girl, you know. And I'm not about to sit here and act like you don't know, because you always know. You know things that you shouldn't know, but you don't know why you know these things. But you also are grateful that you know them, because that's what it is. Like, you know things that you shouldn't know. You pick up on things quick. You peep things, and it's like, you have an amazing memory. People could tell you, damn, people, you know, when you could remember people a lot. You could really just cherish the encounters that you have with people. And I'm just hearing, you know, people saying, oh, wow, like, you remember me? Thanks. Wow. Like, damn, I don't even remember having this conversation with you, but you remember, you know, like, you just have a really good memory, and it's because you are really attentive to detail. In this next timeline, that's going to be real key. You using this attentiveness. You remember the first video I posted, I talked about how we're an observing collective, nothing but observation. We don't have to step and feel the need to speak up and feel the need to prove ourselves until it's time to prove ourselves. And even then, we're still not proving ourselves for anyone but us, because we always knew we could do what it is that we're about to do, right? 1, 2, 3 on my clock. You could be feeling really triggered right now. And that's cool, right? Because remember, the triggers from this old timeline that you've purged out, some triggers, some real prominent triggers are going to be coming back in. But it's not to knock you off your pivot or anything. It's not to make you 144 on my clock. So yeah, I'm talking to you. It's not to knock you off your pivot, right? It's not to make you question if what you got going on is the truth. It's not to make you question any of that. It's to remind you that this is not the way, you don't identify with this timeline anymore. So any thoughts that come up in relation to these triggers that are reappearing in your reality from this timeline that you purged out, it's really just to ground yourself. Like, you need to think the triggers instead of trying to overthink. The mind games, you're past the mind games, right? I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you used to play mind games. This is like a real, I'm not gonna say this is a sneaky collective, but you're just smart. Like, you know how to move tact, especially when it comes to being in relationships with people, when it comes to dealing with people, when it comes to business. You're just real, you know what's up. Like I say, you got the discernment. Use it, continue to use it. Your discernment will never lead you wrong. This is a collective. It's like, I don't know why I know that, but I know that. You could, you know, the saying where it's like, I knew she was weird before other people knew she was weird, but I always knew. And now it's like everybody finding out that she's weird, but I've been knew. That's the vibes I'm picking up. It's like, I've been new, dude. I've been new. You can't play the player. Like, what are we on right now? Literally, what are we on right now? Remember, your silence is way more powerful and potent than, I'm not actually, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and say that your silence is more powerful than your words, because they're not. I feel like your silence and your communication, they're equally as powerful, but only when you know when to invoke silence and when to actually speak up. Right? Because sometimes I feel like you don't talk, you don't express yourself when you're supposed to express yourself, and then you speak when you should be quiet. So now this is the new timeline of you really trusting yourself and when to use your voice and when to stay silent, when to just be in observer mode and when to actually talk. Because when you're talking, you're winning, right? This new timeline that you're stepping in is very much, you're that girl, you've been knew it. Now the world is recognizing it because you recognized it within yourself. This newfound sense of validation that you're gonna start experiencing is nothing but confirmation of the validation that you found within yourself, right? People complimenting you, people just recognizing you for being who you are is not something that should shock you. You need to get used to overflow in your life because it's your birthright, right? Like, this is a collective. We got the big dreams. We're mad ambitious. And I'm setting the intention for this video to comfort, motivate, and lead the people that need to hear what it is that I have to say. Because I just feel like, I know, I'm not even feeling like, I know it's hard. This past week alone, mad hard. Like for no reason, just emotionally taxing. I told y'all, I was literally in my closet the other day, screaming, crying, like bawling my eyes out, because I just felt stagnant. But then I had to remind myself that that feeling, those thoughts of stagnation are coming from me. There is nothing wrong with you but the fact that you think that there is something wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you other than the fact that you believe that there is something wrong with you. And sit with that. Sit with that. How can you have, you've done so much, you've accomplished so much, you've really outgrown a lot of outdated ways of thinking. You really are up leveling your DNA. That's what it is. You're up leveling your DNA by implementing all of these gratitude practices into your life, by just choosing to be more present instead of by choosing to be more responsive instead of reactive, by actually choosing to rationalize your emotions instead of acting on how you feel in the present moment. Like the power of self-control is something that you've been mastering, and I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you for just becoming this new version of self that you've always seen in your head, because that process isn't easy. It's very, very hard. And I want to get some cards. I want this to be a reading, like an actual reading video instead of me channeling, because there's a lot coming up. Like there is a lot coming up. Oh, rumination is coming up so heavy for this collective in particular. Like I've said in so many readings, you are a ruminator. Like I feel your ruminating energy. I feel you overthinking about things that you don't need to overthink about. I feel you questioning your process, but it's like you're so much closer than you think you are. If you would just really analyze your life and hone into the feeling of how you feel right now in the present moment, and just pause for like 5 seconds, close your eyes, ground yourself, feel your feet on the ground, feel your hands connected to your wrists, you know, feel the stillness, the darkness behind your eyes, feel your breath when you breathe in, and just really take in how it feels to be you right now. God, bro. Like, I just want you to do that and really just feel how it feels to be you, because at a point in time, you really, really, really wanted to be this version of self that you are right now. Confirmation. I hope y'all heard that. I don't even know what that was, but it's like, that's what you need to do. Ruminating. You're not ruminating on the feeling, right? This isn't a collective. Like, we've moved past the feeling of, we moved past the idea of remaining stuck in our emotions. We moved past the idea of sitting stuck in these negative, uncomfortable feelings, right? The feelings of shame, the feelings of guilt. Y'all have moved past that. We've moved past that because we've experienced life on the brighter side. We've experienced life where, no, we are thinking positive, we're reacting positively, we're analyzing from a more positive perspective. We're just choosing our attitudes in a way that is more positive than not. And because you've decided to choose to be this happier person, because you've decided to choose to attract joy and choose to perceive joy in your reality, even through the fire that you just went through, even through the timeline that you just purged out, it's like you really gotta sit and understand that you ruminating on past circumstances is nothing but you choosing, right? You're choosing to replay the story attached to the feelings that your body has already purged out. Your body has already accepted whatever reality, whatever timeline, whatever situation you're thinking about. Your body has already accepted what happened in that timeline. It's accepted it. It's purged it out. It's like, cool, that's just energy, a lot of heavy, intense emotions. but we purge it out, so we're good. But now your mind is still trying to replay the story, which is naturally bringing up the feelings of what you felt. It's like the story. You need to stop playing the story. Just hearing the story. Stop playing the story. Stop replaying the story of you not getting chose. Stop replaying the story of you not being picked. Stop replaying the story of you being rejected. Stop replaying stories that are not connected to this higher self that you are creating. Stop creating stories. Stop trying to it's like, oh my God, you are on this path. It's like your whole life, your story was created for you. Your whole story was written for you. Your story was written for you for your entire life up until this point. Your parents told you what to do. They told you how to walk. They told you what what you should pursue in life. Just a lot of shadows, a lot of voices could be in your head at this time in relation to new ventures that you're pursuing, creative opportunities. Like, you are writing the story, right? You now have picked up the pen to the story of your own life and decided to start writing the pages and erasing things that other people wrote down and actually putting in what you want to experience. You did that. So now it's time to let go of the stories that aren't serving you. 11:11 on my clock. You need to stop ruminating on these stories of you being a victim in your own reality. How dare you perceive yourself to be a victim in your reality? Anyone who didn't choose you, you need to reframe that as they did not pick me because they were not for me, and what's for me can never miss me, and what's for me will never leave, right? I can never miss what's for me. If I didn't experience this person, this circumstance, if I didn't experience something because they didn't see my greatness, it's because they did not have the capacity to experience my greatness. It's not that you didn't have the capacity to meet them where they were at. They didn't have the capacity to experience you where you were at, which is why y'all could not vibe together, which is why you're like, they didn't pick me, but whole time you were better. You were top pick, bro. You were top pick. They couldn't pick you because you had to be over there where the bigger and better is. What didn't pick you is not bigger and it's not better because you don't have it. Duh. Like, stop ruminating on stories of you not being number one in your reality. And if you are, revise it and move on with your life because your body is ready to receive what is for you. It's your mind that's holding you back. Stop. And you know this is coming from love. Now let's get into the cards. Because I feel the triggers, bro. I feel the triggers are coming up real heavy. But like I said, you know. You know. Act like it. Act like you know. Act like you know you know. Act like you know what you shouldn't know, but you still know. So act like you know. Like, act like you know, period. There's nothing more to say. If you get it, you live it. What did I say? I just did a reading on myself before. All right, so off rip. Like, it's just trigger after trigger. Like I've been said, pulling karmic relationship again. That is nothing. Karmic relationship is nothing but unhealthy relationships. That's it. It's just an unhealthy relationship. Wherever you're at in your spiritual journey, you can put names on relationships that didn't work out. You can put names on unhealthy forms of attachment. You can do whatever, but at the end of the day, karmic is nothing but someone who is not serving you. They weren't serving you. They were meant to serve you in the ways that they were supposed to serve you, and then you guys are just supposed to get on with your life. So letting go and loving you. It's something about this timeline of it could be with the person, it could be with family, it could be anything, but you know what timeline I'm talking about. Whatever timeline you thought of, that's the timeline that you're still ruminating on in relation to, like, yeah, you have to, you have to stop the pattern. Like, you have to stop ruminating on this timeline that was not serving you, that was only meant to serve you when you were in it, and you're not in it anymore because you purged it out. Unconditional love came out, palm tree, the stability card came out, the phoenix came out, the butterfly came out, love call, girl talk, golden mirror. Like, you've evolved. You've literally, the cards are like from this karmic relationship, the butterfly relationship evolving into the next phase. If you're in a relationship right now, or if you're looking to get into a relationship, if you're looking to just, you know, whatever it is, whatever relationships that you're experiencing right now are evolving, because the purpose of the relationships that are in your life is right now is to bring this stability into your life. It's to bring this stability within you. Because they're because you have found love within yourself, you have been able to attract relationships that truly resemble love itself as well. And it's scary because it's new, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. Uncomfortability is where growth lies, right? So step into this growth phase. Even the phoenix, like growth, changed mind, transformation, rekindle, new phase. You've cleared out all of that karmic debt, all of that ickiness, that icky feeling in relation to love, the feeling like you have to struggle for love, the feeling like you have to work, you have to prove yourself, you have to earn love. You literally let that go. The love card came out, girl talk. Maybe someone, you could be thinking about reaching out to someone at this time. Listen to your intuition, right? If you keep getting a little voice in the back of your head that's telling you confirmation, so maybe telling you to reach out to this person, text this person, go see what that person is up to, follow it, have fun with it. Of course, use your intuition. But it's like, come on now. You know exactly where you're headed. You're headed for this stability. You're headed for everything that you want in this life. You're headed for success if you allow yourself to believe that you're in the direction of success. You can't keep moving towards your goals while also still thinking that you're not making progress. You're either making progress and moving towards your goals, or you're not, and there's no in between. But you've been doing the work, so it's like, this is a collective where you're just so smart. You always know, but you still look for confirmation to validate the things that you know that you shouldn't know. But you still know that you know, but you still know. With this knowing, you still look for more validation to confirm your discernment. And that's not what discernment is. Discernment is, you need to practice self-trust. And you need to practice trusting yourself in all of your capabilities, and trusting your knowing. Trust your gift of faith. I was filling out this book of, it helps you find your purpose in life and your spiritual gifts, and the gift of faith was there, and I believe I might have this, but then God corrected me and said, no, you definitely have this. And the reason why you question your gift of faith is because that is out of all the spiritual gifts that you have, out of all the spiritual gifts that I have, that's the one that I question the most, is the faith part, because I have this deep knowing that, yeah, everything is going to work out for me. It's a deep knowing because it already has. But then it's still like, as I'm moving towards my goals, I still question too, am I making progress though? And that's where your lack of faith comes in, because it's like you're trying to control the outcome of whatever it is that you're working on, when in reality, only God knows the outcome. And you won't ever know the outcome unless you keep making progress, unless you keep pushing forward. And you're doing that. Like, the cards literally reflect that. You're doing this. You're doing this. Let's just get one more. Yeah, like, you're healing. You're healing. That's what healing is, a journey in itself, babe. It's not gonna be all rainbows and butterflies. You will be triggered, and it's only to remind you that you are healing. Like, that's what all these triggers coming up, this old timeline of, you know, things from maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago, around the same time, like April, May from a year ago, 2 years ago, triggers from that specific timeline could be popping back up right now. And it's really just to show you how much growth you have, that you've experienced, right? You can either look at these experiences that you're going through, you can either look at these experiences as a way to ruminate on the past, or you can look at them as a way to revise how you're feeling and really honor how you're feeling, and then transcend that energy. Really just sit and ask yourself, like, how do you feel about this right now? How do you feel about this specific theme coming back up in your life right now? How are you feeling? Check in with yourself. You owe it to yourself to check in with you. And then from there, you can get clarity on how you're truly feeling, and then you can alchemize that into the direction that you want to go down. But if you're constantly lying to yourself about, oh no, I'm good, when you're really not good, and when you're not learning how to use your voice instead of, I think it's I don't know if it's in this video, it probably is, when I was talking about silence and your voice, learning when to speak up, when to stay silent. That's just something that you have to practice. You have to learn how to shrink and expand yourself in this next timeline, because I know we're a group of performers. Like, I'm talking to a collective where it's like, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody until it's time to prove it. And even when it's time to prove it, you're not proving it to nobody but yourself, because you always knew you could do what it is that you're doing right now. This collective is meant for a lot, which is why your emotional state could be feeling very up and down right now. You could be feeling very high vibrational, very good about life, very thankful, and then you just get this wave of deep, heavy emotions that require a lot of reflection. And that's the point of the process right now, because your reality is recalibrating. So now you have to really get firm in that vision that you want for yourself. What do you really want in this new timeline? Like, what do you really want? And what are you willing to do in order to get it? And what are you willing to sacrifice in order to receive it, right? And don't think of that as, it's like, I gotta sacrifice my whole life. No, but understand that there's nothing in this world that you can have without a cost, right? Like, this world is a give and take. It's a give and receiving. So what are you going to give in order to get this new life that it is that you're calling in? What habits, what mindsets, what paradigms are you willing to give up in order to get to this next level that you see in your head? Because you have a big, big, big vision. You have a big, big purpose. You have a big, big, you have a big, 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 you have a very, very big purpose. And it's not something that you should take lightly, as you should. And we got no at the bottom of the deck, wait, postpone. So, oh my God, and that card flew all the way over there. Hold on. Of course, the boundaries card flew all the way over there, because duh. What did I say? You have a really, really big mission, a really, really big purpose, the double mission, channeling and uplifting society. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in, birthing a new age, longing for home, we take a break, energetic upgrades. Things are changing at a cellular level. How are you being called to step up and lead right now? And even with the boundaries card that flew all the way over there, you really got to get firm on your boundaries right now. What are you willing to accept, and what are you willing not to accept? What are you willing to speak up about, and what are you willing to just kind of let ride, stay silent about at this time, right? Learning to pick your battles for you specifically is going to be heavy in this next timeline, because all eyes are going to be on you. You need to learn how to use that voice and when to use it, but also when to be silent and let people show their true colors. Because just because you know, that's what it is. Just because you know doesn't mean that you need to make it known that you know, because your validation is that you know. You know, you don't need to prove this inner wisdom to anybody but yourself, because as long as you remain true to that inner knowing, that inner sense, that inner voice that's telling you, girl, as long as you pay attention to that discernment and listen to where you need to establish better boundaries, right? Stop trying to create confluence within your relationship dynamics, right? Start to be more honest in this next timeline. If someone, like, literally just be honest. I want you to be as honest as possible. Honestly, obviously use your discernment when I'm saying that, but like, for example, I'm talking to Jai the other day, and he had told me that I inspire him because, I don't work, and I just make my videos and I make my income from, collaborations, all that stuff. And that's how I make my income. I be at the crib. And he was like, you just inspire me because I'm trying to get like you, and he's about to really get into pursuing this life that I live, right? Because he wants to do it too, as he should. And I told him that, because for a long time, like, he's just, because, you know, your relationships are a direct reflection of you. And so he's just been triggering me a lot because, you know, he'll call me while he's at work, working hard, and just to check up on me. And I'm like, just sitting here, not really doing much of anything, right? Waiting for inspiration to make my videos. And it would trigger me because I'm still purging out this capitalistic mindset of I need to work in order to feel like I'm being productive, in order to feel like I'm worth something. I need to constantly be working, but that's just not the case, right? Like, I'm worthy no matter my output. And so me just being honest with him about, yeah, actually you trigger me a lot because I see you working and it makes me feel like I need to be working, but I know I am working. I'm working with my own personal energy source, right? I'm working with what's good for me and what's right for me. So just being honest about how you're feeling with everything in your connections at this time, establishing better boundaries. And I keep emphasizing the boundaries because y'all saw it literally fly out. So yeah. And then the no at the bottom of the deck, again, going back to, you need to learn when to speak up and when to stay quiet. Because both of those, whenever you speak, your voice and your silence possess power, and it's very potent. You're unpredictable. That's what it is. I don't know why I just heard that. You're unpredictable. And the thing about you being unpredictable, it's not a bad unpredictable. It's just that people can never know what it is that you're truly thinking. People really don't know what it is. You could be the type of person where it's like, people always be like, I can't read you. Like, I can just never read you. I like you, but like, I can't read you. They're good. Like, what are you trying to read me for? Why are you trying to be strategic with me when I'm trying to just be genuine with you, right? You're unpredictable, babe. Embrace that. Embrace that. And it's not, like I said, it's not unpredictable in a bad way. It's just that you know what you want and you know how to get there. But the process of you getting there, there's something about your life that appears to be very seamless, when in actuality, it's actually very calculated. You're a very calculated person who knows exactly what they want and knows how to get what they want. But yeah, even I'm seeing the be strategic from this deck coming up. I'm seeing that card come up. There's something about this next timeline that you're stepping into, like that unpredictability of you is going to be honored, because even though you're unpredictable, I feel like people literally trust you with their life. Like, there's something about your unpredictability comes from your heart. It doesn't come from your mind. You know, when people are unpredictable, it's because they're sporadic in the mind. Their thoughts are everywhere. No, when you're unpredictable, when you act out of impulse, it's not truly impulse. When you act, when it appears like you're acting out of impulse, you're actually acting out of passion and purpose, because it's something that you've thought about doing for a long time. You just have to build up the courage in order to act. And like I said in the beginning of the reading, this is a collective. When it's game time, it's game time. It's go time. You are not the type of person where it's like you could sit here and observe the whole room and not say nothing. But when it's time for you to get up on that stage, when it's time for you to perform, when it's time for you to do you, when it's time for you to show up like you, it's like a switch. You on it. It's like me with Mogul. When I know I'm the quietest girl in the room. If there's nothing to say, I'm not talking. Jay Renee doesn't have nothing to say. If I don't have to say nothing, I will not talk. If there's nothing to talk about, I will sit and observe the whole time. But let it be time for Mogul to come on stage. Then that's a whole new girl. That's a whole new person. It's like, whoa, wait, where did that come from? Because she was mad quiet. I didn't think that's where the unpredictability comes from, because you're a walking threat. And I've been told you this. Act like you know that. Act like you know that. Your unpredictability comes from the heart. It comes from you really caring about the next steps that you take. You are a person that deeply cares about the path that you're going down. Trust your path card, even right here. Yeah, what did I say? Tune in the portal of your heart. Like, you make decisions, you make these impulse, rash decisions from the heart, not the mind, which is why it always works out for you. Keep moving like that. Keep moving like that. Don't let people try and shame you for being this person that is quick to move, that is quick to act on what they want. Even though it appears like it's quick, you're a quick thinker, you're a rational thinker, you're not. You're very, very intentional and strategic, which is why you're gonna go far, because people don't know what you're thinking. They don't know how you're thinking, and that's what makes you a threat. because your energy is very sincere and honest. People can feel your energy from the heart. People can feel you. But it's something about you. It's just something about you, babe. You got it. You got it. You've been it. And you need to act like you know. It's just you. It's you. It will forever and always be you. And I keep telling this collective, like, it's always going to be you. You need to act like you know. I want to motivate you to just know that it's you. It will always be you. I want to comfort you so you know that, like, dude, it's you. It is you, and it's okay. It's okay. I understand that, like, this next timeline that you're stepping in feels scary because it's bigger, because there might be more eyes on you, but it's nothing that you're not prepared for, babe. It's nothing that you haven't asked for. It's nothing that you haven't been prepped for. You've been in a season of preparation for mad long. You literally are owed this next season. You've earned it. It's yours. It has your name on it. Can't nobody take it from you. Sit with that. Sit with that. Like, literally sit with that. It's yours. It's been yours. It will never. Yeah, revelations, clarity, truth, protection. I've been affirming for protection all day. The protection that you seek, the inner stability, that inner power that you so desperately used to push away, you're now attracting all of that in because you found it within yourself. And that's powerful. It's very powerful. Truths and revelations, like solidarity. You have built your foundation of self brick by brick. Sit in that bitch and honor it. Like, yeah, I'm that girl. I did that. Abundance at the bottom of the deck. Everything you want is already yours. Act like you know. You just had to remember. What did I tell you? Act like you know. You've been that girl, will forever be that girl. You will die that girl. You were born that girl. There's nothing that can stop you from getting what is yours. It's already yours. Move. And instead of acting like this, something about maturity is coming up too. I got this download the other day. I feel like people could have described you as mature. People could perceive you as being very mature for your age, but that maturity was a mask for being perfect, right? Like, it's not like you're this super mature person who never is really, I feel like you've been conditioned to make yourself small by not accepting that you are this thrill seeker of life, that you denied yourself this opportunity to really be yourself because of whatever happened to you. And now you're coming back into that version of self that's like, nah, I actually love everything about myself, and I actually am someone that makes mistakes, but I can own up to them, right? I'm not afraid to take accountability for my mistakes. I'm not afraid to be honest. I'm not afraid to accept that I will forever be growing, and I'm not going to be this perfect person. And the maturity that I used to exude was really just a mask for perfectionism. And I just didn't want people to see the real me. I was scared because when you used to show people the real you, it's like they would reject you, and they would just reject you in the right way. That's what I'm hearing. It's like you've never been fully rejected or put down, but they would always reject you or trigger you or just hit you in the right way. And I'm proud of you because you've acknowledged that, like, yo, I don't have to respond to situations that I used to. I don't have to react the same way anymore. I don't have to show up the same way anymore because I'm free. Like, I'm free. I'm not chaining myself in this box. I'm not chaining my authenticity. I'm not locking myself away. I realized that, like, damn, it actually feels really good to claim what makes me happy. It actually feels really good to just live my life the way I want to live it. It actually just feels good. 3333 on my clock. It feels really good to just be myself. And as it should feel so good to be you. And that is the craziest, courageous thing that you can do, is to claim everything that makes you happy, because you don't care what anyone else thinks, because you have accepted yourself for all of your flaws, your imperfections, and your hidden power and your hidden strengths. And it's like you've taken off this mask of wanting to appear like you're the strongest soldier, and yeah, I'm big dog, I'm macho, I can handle my stuff, I don't cry. No. You let go of that. You've stepped into this softer version of self that is ready to receive the love that you've put out, ready to receive all that it is that you have given to other people. And you're going to get that. You have to get that. Like I said, what's for you, this abundance that's for you on your path, it can't miss you because you created it. That's definitely why it can't miss you, because you created it. Damn, that was heavy. I love talking to y'all. Damn, that was a lot. I love talking to y'all so bad. I really do. I think about y'all a lot, and I love you guys so much. The support is real. If you're here and you feel me and you resonate with me, again, at the bottom of the deck, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Comment, I'm a walking money bag. MONEYBAGZ Nation, MONEYBAGZ Collective, and your girl Mogul is about to do some big stuff. I told y'all, if I'm meant to do music, y'all will see more of me. Don't forget that. I told y'all, be courageous with everything you want. God is forcing you to step out your comfort zone for a reason. God keeps putting that idea to do that for a reason. God keeps telling you to reach out to that person, to do that thing, to post that thing for a reason. Don't deny your own truth. Don't deny yourself the truth. You know the truth because you are the truth. You already know that you know you shouldn't know, but you know, so act like you know. You're that girl. You're that girl. You're that girl. I love you. And for anyone who's serious about really reinventing their mind and reprogramming the subconscious mind and getting in tune with spiritual law, Mogul's method, the link is in the description below. It's your one and only step-by-step guide by yours truly, Mogul. It's the guide for you. I love you. If you want to book a call with me to chat more about anything that's on your mind, you felt motivated, comforted, anything, you know, the link is always there. All of my links are always in the description. I love you guys. And we'll chat soon. Y'all see how it's a long video? I got my storage. Yeah, I got some storage, bitch. Yes, come on now, come through. I've been fiending to do a long video like this for my YouTube collective, so I'm glad I was able to do that today. So I love y'all. It's your Mogul, and we'll chat soon. Be safe, make smart decisions.